All right. A weekly outlook. And not just a weekly outlook, it's the Trump inauguration weekly outlook. So expect a lot of volatility on the chart this week. Not only the Trump inauguration, we have CAD CPI, we have JPY rates. So lots of red folders who can move the market, and that means also good for us. And if you think about that monthly open, high, low, close of the monthly accumulation, manipulation, distribution, these are the weeks where we're gonna make the distribution of the candle. The body of the candle is created in these kind of weeks. So yeah, very excited about this week. For this week, time of recording, it's 9 a.m. EST on Monday. Tuesday, London stream. Thursday, London stream. And of course, week 3 of the 0 to 1 million challenge. So make sure you're on the Telegram, you follow along the school, the Telegram. I'll link it down in the description. As always, first Forex Factory, then to the pairs who look nice on the higher time frame, so we know how to tackle them on the lower time frame. And I even might give you already a nice setup for today. Cool. So today, bank holiday. So that means for the indices, no trading in general. For one exception, I will show you in a second. Tomorrow, GBP, red folder, and CAD and NCD CPI. So it's going to move the market. That's why the CAD pairs are on the list for after CPI. I don't like to trade before CPI. Wednesday, no news. Thursday, CAD red folder, USD red folder, and JPY rates. And that's just very nice because JPY is in a very interesting spot right now. And the rates is going to give us exactly what we need to find the buys for the coming days and weeks. And on Friday, we have lots of London red folders, gonna be very exciting, and some USD red folders. So that said, I already shot one recording, but then out of the blue, 8:30, DXY started to move like crazy. So before that move, we had pretty nice daily bullish structure. So all the discount areas on the daily were holding, but this one 8:30 candle changed the whole bias. So now the point of interest for DXY is going to be the weekly bullish fair value gap together with the weekly order block. So bearish DXY short term, and perhaps after that we can set a low of the week here in this weekly busy to then continue higher. And next week, not this week, but the week after is rates. FOMC is back and we're gonna have rate cuts. So that means bearish DXY. So I'm expecting perhaps something like this. But who knows? We'll see. Then, after today, we'll see how we close. So it would be nice to get a rejection from this level. And from that point, let's look at JPY. JPY, I'm kind of neutral on JPY, but we have rates coming in this week. The reason I am neutral is we have bullish structure. So here we trade into the daily bullish fair value gap. Broke structure, fair value gap 1, and it just moved up towards a weekly bearish fair value gap, this one. And there we rejected again. So now it's the question, are we going to respect these daily busies, or are we going to ignore them to go back to the lows here? I'm neutral on that, and I think later in the week we are gonna have the answer. It can be already before JPY rates, but I think around the rates on Wednesday, we'll know if the discount rates are holding or not. If they are holding, we're going to go long on JPY. If they're not holding, we're going to go short on JPY. And JPY basket, what you're seeing here is just like DXY, it's inverse correlated with the pairs. So if JPY basket is bullish, the JPY crosses, so XXX JPY, Euro JPY, AUD JPY, and JPY. If JPY basket goes up, the crosses go down, and vice versa. If basket goes down, the crosses go up, just like DXY, together with the USD pairs. So neutral for now, but definitely around the rates we're gonna look if something interesting. Then AUD NCD to see which one is stronger. I'm neutral. AUD and NCD are kind of similar right now. Euro is recently very strong against the pound, so use it in your favor. So that means when long a euro cross, if you're shorting, short a GBP cross. And then the indices, I think we are very bullish on the indices. And I want to show you where I'm looking at for this week. Like what I really like on the weekly is we had that very bearish weekly candle at the start of January, right here. And if you see this, your eyes are immediately going to the next swing lows. But if the next candle is basically overlapping the bearish candle, then the bearish candle becomes an order block. So now we have a weekly order block, potentially pushing price higher. And from that point, I'm looking at a 4-hour market maker buy model. So if I look at one here, was Thursday low, and on Friday expansion, and I hope I can get an entry, but my point of interest is here. So we'll see. I'm not trading indices today. I think the market is closed. Yeah, the market is closed right now. Or almost, I think at 9:30. Oh, from 12. There's no PM session here. But in general, I'm not touching the NASDAQ today, but this looks nice together with ES. And if we just keep continuing upwards and we create a new bullish value gap, I'm gonna, of course, hunt for this. But ideally, tomorrow a big sell-off taking Monday's low, a classic buy week basically. So Monday goes up a little bit, then Tuesday we take out Monday low to then continue higher. So I have to choose the low of the week that I'm anticipating. But let's see, we need more information, so no trading yet there. Same for ES. And on the daily we have busy as well. YM looks very nice. It looks very nice. Because YM has, we were together in this, or often my students in this short move here. It just was down only. It was very weird. And look at how many swing highs are created here without any being taken out. And I call it the staircase effect. Low resistance liquidity. When price comes here, it will take this liquidity, which is 1 or 2 candles, like very easily. And then you want the structure to form towards the buy side. And currently we have that. And what I mean by that is we traded lower, lower, lower. Then here on Monday, we set a low. We move away from that low, breaking structure right here. Then come back and move away again. My point of interest, similar as NASDAQ, is this 4-hour busy to go long. And taking out these failure swings. Similar as NASDAQ, if we don't do that, and we're just going up, respecting the discount raise here, so this becomes the order block, and we're going higher from there, then tomorrow I'll be eyeing on New York for a long like this. But we're creating 1, 2 busies here. After today, we create a second busy, so that could be interesting as well. So YM is one of my favorite indices. I think it looks better than NASDAQ and ES. First YM, then NASDAQ, then ES, if I could make a top 3 for you guys. Cool. Then with DXY going probably lower, that means my prepared USD analysis is totally off the table. I was like, well, with this candle, this looks like we want to go to the low and to the daily busy right here. But after the 8:30 candle, the buy has changed. So of course this is now disrespected, so we're going to remove this. And we're going to re-evaluate. And I don't have a clear point of interest aside from this weekly order block. It's the up close candle here. Let's mark it out. This is a very ugly color, my bad. But this is the only premium array I'm seeing on a higher time frame which could push price lower. But I'm not going to touch any USD pairs, especially today with Trump inauguration, USD bank holiday. I'm just going to leave DXY USD alone for maybe a day or two to see, okay, is this a liquidity grab to continue lower? And what I mean by that is, just like with DXY, that we're just going to grab this weekly busy and then go higher. I want to see what we do here. What we could do, if we're just going to chill here, of course, you can take a short from here to here. That means for Euro, I see a very clear highs here. So that means that you can look for a potential short, potential long idea towards there. That's of course a very nice idea, but the main idea, the swing, I would say still higher for DXY. But first at weekly busy, that's the first point of interest. Well, same for GU. And remember the Euro GBP. Euro is stronger than GBP. So if you want to long something, long the Euro one. So if you compare Euro US dollar with pound dollar, Euro dollar is nicer because it's stronger. That means if you want to go higher, it goes higher faster. So let's see if an entry can be given here. NU, AU. I think NU and AU look way better for longs than Euro and GBP do. So here in the 4 hour, very nice 4 hour busy here. Move away from that and we're creating now a second 4 hour busy. So that could be used for longs. Remember, it's going to be end of the day, so probably tomorrow. Similar structure for AUD USD. So long structure is forming, but keep in mind, once DXY hits this weekly busy, I am probably not in the market. I'm waiting. Do we respect the busy to go higher again, or do we just completely ignore the busy to go lower in anticipation of the rate cuts from next week? That's still to be questioned. Cool. Then the CAD pairs. We have CAD CPI on Tuesday, tomorrow, and I don't like to trade before this, so I'm gonna leave the analysis alone. They are on the list, obviously, because we have CPI coming in, but I'm gonna re-evaluate. So also during tomorrow and Thursday stream, make sure you tune in. If you are not asleep, if you're not from the US or from that side of the world, not from the EST time zone, if you can tune in, make sure you will. I'm gonna re-evaluate this before the CPI and after CPI. And of course, I will share my thoughts in the Telegram. So we see liquidity up here, now we're displacing lower. That could mean potentially on Wednesday, we have a daily SIBI. So let's say tomorrow's candle with CPI is also bearish. Then on Wednesday, we can trade this. But that's not for now, that's for later. We don't know what CPI will do. EuroCAD. I don't like the structure too much on EuroCAD, so I hope we get some clarification. I hope, I'm anticipating we go higher on the CAD pairs. Look at the structure here. And GCAD as well down here. Took liquidity here, so I'm anticipating potential higher prices. It would be nice if today we sweep these ugly lows, or at least we create some more structure. But for now, I'm blind. I'm neutral on CAD pairs until after tomorrow. Then, NT-JPY. In anticipation of the rates from Wednesday, I think NT-JPY looks very nice. You're like, huh, the daily is consolidating. What are you talking about? Same for AUD, JPY. The daily looks very ugly. So keep that in mind. But if you drop one time frame lower, so we sweep the liquidity here from December. I think the hourly is even nicer. Look at this. So we sweep liquidity, break structure, and then displace away. So for today, I'm looking for this bullish value gap, what we're going to do there. And remember the failure swings I showed on YM? These ones? There's no swing high being taken out. So it's easy liquidity. low hanging fruit, like low resistant liquidity. NZJPY has the same here. Here. Also here. So that will be nice. AUDJPY, same. Liquidity sweep, break of structure, for value gap 1, for value gap 2, coming in at 10 a.m. today. So for today, I would say potential Euro USD longs, potential NZD-JPY or AUD-JPY longs as well. And now comes my favorite, and I already traded one of them, is gold. Gold, let's zoom out a little bit. I'm trading a lot of gold. And the reason for that is we are doing a monthly internal to external. So here it is for value gap here in November. For value gap, swing high created in this for value gap means the January candle will probably be very, very green. So I'm longing the whole time on gold because my monthly bias is bullish. Then if we drop to the daily, let's look at this. Where do we tap into? This daily bullish for value gap. Right there. And now you're wondering why, what's with the A and B? This is the point of interest I gave in the Telegram earlier today. So I have 2 points I want to long from. Point A is this 1 hour busy. Point B is this other 1 hour busy. We already swept liquidity here, so we don't need to come back down here. So what I did earlier today, also shared in Telegram, I shorted to this area. If you move away here, and what do we leave behind? Again, guys, failure swings. That's liquidity. And for today, my favorite is gold. So currently at time of the recording, it's 9:20 a.m. I think potentially, if we create structure, we can long towards this area. But I want to see more information for that. And the point of interest is 27.26. So already little entries given. It is a bank holiday, so don't shoot your capital today too much. But gold looks nice. Let's see if it can give us some nice entry. Silver as well. It's correlated with gold. I don't trade silver too much, but looking at how we respected this weekly bullish value gap, and now we are in this daily bullish value gap with the order block here, looks like we potentially gonna long silver as well. And if you don't catch it today, wait for the 1 hour for value gaps to form. And that's it for the metals. Then finally, Bitcoin back at all-time high. I don't day trade Bitcoin, but I know many of you watching have some crypto. So congrats, I'm very happy for you. There is another all-time high being set, and I hope with Trump's crypto policy that you guys are going to be very rich with crypto. And yeah, that's it for this week, guys. So again, Tuesday, Thursday, live trading on London. These are the pairs we're looking at on a higher time frame. Keep in mind all the red folders, especially CPI and rates, are very important. And yeah, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed week 3 of the 0 to 1 million challenge. Already at 200k funding, so I'm receiving the funded accounts later today or tomorrow. So first payouts are coming up as well then, very soon. And I hope you enjoy and get some funding too. And if you like this weekly outlook, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you can do. And see you guys later. Bye-bye.